Let's talk to Stephen Grasse next, then, who wrote the book The Evil Empire, 101 Ways England Ruined the World. Hello, Stephen.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Just delightful.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Okay. Let me know what you think about the special relationship. Is it still special?
I don't think it ever was. I mean, didn't we kick you out in 1776? I think it's very one-sided, again, as they were saying, because I don't think in America we really consider it a special relationship. Sorry.
What do you consider it?
Oh, I think you're an ally, like other countries are, but I don't think that you're any more special than Canada or China to America. I think that your country has become small and not influential enough for us to really think about it. I think the average American does not think about England that often.
Stephen Grasse, when do you think the relationship ended then? I mean, you mentioned one date back in the 1700s.
1776, then you came back in 1812, we kicked your ass again. So look, here's the problem. The problem is the Middle East situation was caused pretty much by England. I mean, if you look at Iraq, it was created by Winston Churchill. You look at the Balfour Agreement. You look at Israel. You look at everything. It really comes from you guys. I think the problem that America has is that we've been your friends, and we have suffered because England has caused this enormous problem in the world, and that we keep cleaning up after it. I mean, I think us being in Iraq in the first place was caused by false information given to us by Tony Blair. I mean, it's pretty outrageous. I agree. And I think it's time for America to say, you know what? You guys are nothing but trouble. We need to stand on our own and make our own decisions and stop listening to our crazy older brother who keeps getting us into trouble.
Let's go to John, who's on his mobile. Hello, John.
Hello. It cost me 40p a minute, but that's okay. There's a moral thing I have to say here.
Okay, John,
don't believe the so-called American you've got in your studio hanging on. Don't believe him at all, because he's obviously got no parents who were involved in World War II. The fact is, we've always had a special relationship with America. Forget the Boston Tea Party of 200 years ago or whatever it was. If you fly into Boston International Airport and international arrivals, you'll see two flags up on the wall, the American flag and the British flag, and it says quite simply, we stand together. We always have done. World War I, World War II. The Americans bailed us out during World War II, sending us vital supplies while this country, the people were starving to death and suffering rationing. There's always been a special relationship. There always will be. There are millions of Americans with ties not only to the English, but the Scottish, the Irish, and the Welsh. Do not believe this fashionable, trendy hype that's anti-America stuff. There will always be a special relationship with us. We are tied in language, culture, and history.
Stephen?
Yes?
Do you want to come back?
Well, I think that's true. I think that all that is true. But you know what? The problem is, until England apologizes for 500 years of colonialism, there's going to be a lot of angry people around the world that want retribution. And I think that what's happening in Iraq and in the Middle East in general is it's payback. And I think America shouldn't be aligned with that because we were never part of that.
John?
And we never went in there, and, Iran, they're angry at you for British Petroleum, for all this stuff that you guys did,
Listen, you're obviously trying to sell your book, whatever it is. It's obviously better, it's more interesting to read The Sun than your book. But don't forget, the British were the first country in the Western world to make slavery illegal, and you could not exactly say that for America. So
yeah, but you were the biggest slave. You were the biggest slave country by far.
Yeah, well, we were, but then we were the first to admit that it was wrong.
It doesn't matter. You were first. You introduced it to America. You introduced it around the world. You profited from it. Liverpool, as a city, was built on slavery.
You're not representative of the American people, and we can't go back 500 years or 1,000 years and apologize for the rest of our lives.
Why not? Why can't you apologize?
Because we the
say you're sorry.
No.
You say you're sorry now.
Calm down. I think you need to see a doctor or try another profession, because writing books on invented history is just not going to make you
How
million,
is it
buddy.
invented? It's all well-researched and documented.
Well, you're hopping upon stuff that happened 500 years ago. Let's talk about today. We are allies. You're not representative of the American people. We owe each other a great debt of gratitude.
I think that we are wrongly in Iraq, and I think we're there because of your history.
There we
because
go.
of your history.
Well, you hate America if you like. You hate England too. But
I think we're there because of your history.
We are proud of our ties. Okay, this is costing me 40p a minute. I've had enough of talking to crazy Americans who hate themselves. So good night.
So, John, thanks for your call. Thanks for your call, John. I feel we should refund your mobile bill. Yeah, let's talk to Michael in Lincoln. Michael?
Oh there. Yes, I of course I agree with this fella, this American fella, because England has over the centuries, and even to the present day, it's his foreign policy's colonial past. America isn't responsible for the problems that Ireland has had, and is still having because of England's occupation of that land. And as far as I'm concerned, and I am totally against Bush and the American situation with their foreign policy, with the way it is. But England is at the forefront of everything, always has been. If Adolf Hitler put his policy into place, just looking at England's colonial past.
Michael, thanks for the call, mate. Appreciate it. And thanks to Stephen Grasse for winding you up. The Evil Empire is his book, 101 Ways England Ruined the World.